Audio's on. I'm live. Good evening, everybody. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know when someone's on, if you can hear me. Say hi, where are you from? What's it like where you're at? Did you have a good day? Something like that. Oh, Dawn's on and she hears me. Yay, Dawn. I want to welcome you all. I'm Jill Blanchette, Green Thumb Stampers. I see you guys are popping on, so I'm going to just hop right in. The last chance sale started, so if you have anything off the items that you are interested in, don't wait. They may sell out. I did notice today that if you go, sorry, I'm thinking, if you log into the online store, and then along the top, it'll say specials. And then in that drop down, it'll say last chance items, I believe it is. That is where you will find everything that's on the last chance list. And that will be your best guide to what is still available. So if something that you want does not show up there, that pretty much means it's gone. You missed out. It's sold out. Somebody bought it all up in one swoop. Who knows? But that item is gone. So that's going to be your best way to keep track of the inventory of what we have available off the last chance list. The new catalogs for customers should be going out soon. If you need one from me, let me know. I've given out a couple. I do have a box. I've given some out already for some local people that I did not send them to through the mail. Just cost cutting, saving myself some money because I'm not so sure. I want to make sure that I know who's got them so that we can get together if there's questions and stuff on how it works. Dawn, oh, let's see what. Oh, okay. Christy learned that yesterday. All right. Dawn, you have your catalog. Drop some comments there and let us know how you find it for ease of looking through, finding what you need, knowing, because a lot of the items in the pictures you guys will see, it may, what's the one that I ran across? Bird's Eye View. If you look in the list in the back, the index is awesome. But if you look in the index for Bird's Eye View, it tells you what page it's on. But when you go to that page, it's up in the picture is all. And there's a card made with Bird's Eye View and then little, I can't even show you the inside yet. It'll just say Bird's Eye View and the number and the price, but it doesn't show you the stamp set. And I didn't find it anywhere else in there. So if you see something like that, or again, if there's something that you want, you know the name of it, go to the online store and type it in. That again will be your best way to find stuff if you can't find it in the catalog. But that's just another tip that it'll say like that one, Bird's Eye View, and it just shows you a card of it, but it does give you the number that you can use to order it. It just doesn't show you the whole stamp set. So some of those, it's basically telling you that that's online exclusives or, yeah, that's the only other place it would be. So that's going to be your best way to find things if you don't see them in the catalog. I think there was a couple other things I want to say, like the Wink of Stella. One of those things was going to the online exclusives and you could find it there. So now I just need to play around in the online exclusives and find out good ways to find what you're looking for. Because when we do a new release, it all gets all mingled together. So what, March, April, May, June, we should do another online exclusive release. And so it just all gets jumbled in there together. But I think then that's where we go to the little heading of the happenings or the specials where there's like a what's new tab. We can go in there. So we can play around, we can do some walkthroughs, we could do one-on-ones, whatever you have going on for questions and how do I work this dumb thing. And so that's it. Let me see what we got going on. Mom's on, Christy's on. I got to move my screen over just a smidge so I can see what that says. And we're going to go over here. The Reese's challenge is winding down, you guys. I got a special guest doing one, hopefully this weekend. The East 2 brackets are down to the Elite 8. And so is the upper. I just got 2 of them to do on the lower left quadrant. And then we will be into doing our Elite 8 for our semifinals. So yeah, that's exciting. And I'm thankful that you guys are following along. I'm glad you're following along. I've got a couple people that are oh good. Good, Dawn. I've got some people that are kind of playing along and trying some of the things that they haven't tried before. So that's fun too. So I'm going to turn my camera down, show you guys what I got done here. For April. Okay. All right, so I put this in my newsletter this week, but here's the tote. The tote we're gonna make for the April class. And I didn't mean to only use the Flight and Airy paper, but it ended up that I had a bunch of it, and so I wanted to use it. So I did use it on most of the cards except for one. So I just show you the cards real quick that we're gonna do. This one is a kind of a fun fold where that fits back through the hole. We got this one. And then this one, I'll have a few varieties of this one. We don't have to use this paper, but I wanted to use this paper too because I love it. And I thought it still showcased the paper good with this fractured something or another. They call this technique layering of these pieces this way. So we'll have a few different options and colors for this, but that was another one. And then this is the last one. So those are the 4 cards or 5 cards that we will have in the tote bag. Of course, there'll be an envelope as well, but the RSVP for that ends at noon on the 15th. And I'm doing a couple of them to go. So if you need the to go option, I can definitely do that as well. I just have to make some instructions yet. But I do have the Sunday class. I think I got 2 people coming on Sunday, and then I got the Monday class, and I have 2 or 3 people coming. I'm waiting for confirmations back to make sure that they really meant to sign up for the class and that they weren't just like responding to my email out of my newsletter. So I'm going to get started with the card from today. My little instruction sheet here. Teresa's on. Hi, Teresa. Oh, that reminds me. Teresa, I got to write myself a note for Teresa. All right, sorry. All right, so I had a group meeting last night, and this is my prototype that I came up with. So this is what we're going to make tonight. I'm using, I should have brought the paper over. I'm using some new products for this kind of fun fold take on uses up a bunch of DSP if you have it to use, and you can embellish it however you want, but let's get started and I'll show you how I made this. I should, like I said, let me get the paper real quick. This paper goes with the Unbounded Love suite, I think it is called. I only got the Unbounded Beauties, the paper. I only got the paper and the words and the dies. I can show you the back of that. Here's another page, and this is the paper we're using tonight. But it uses very first peacock, calypso coral, along with a bunch of the new in colors, which I got my box today with the markers and stuff in them. So this one, I did not look to see if we have a die that cuts that out. Let me see. Here's the die set that goes with the words anyway. So I'm gonna say no. Well, there could have been a die set that went with, like I say, I did not get the stamp set just because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that I didn't give my this is all the papers in there. My lovely lavender, perennial lavenders, whatever the lavender set is that stayed in the catalog. It looked to me a lot like this here, this tall sprig kind of looking flower thing. So I did not yet purchase that. I did not give my lavender one enough love. So I told myself, and this one looked enough like it with some tall sprigs and stuff that I was not going to spend the money yet. So I did get the words, and I did get that die set that I just showed you. The words are very nice, so we'll use those tonight. Unbounded Love. And so it's got a lot of just hope, love, faith, peace. Then there's happy birthday, best of luck, celebrate, hello, friend, with sympathy. But then there's some the little things like faith is being sure of what we cannot see. Hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. And you can use love like you've got this. So it just seemed like a nice grouping of words. I liked the font, and so I got that. And the dies that go with it. And they obviously are going to cut out all those words. So that's just part of the, what did I lose? Oh, crud. Did I lose you guys? Something went wrong. Uh-oh. All right, nobody's calling me. Nobody's texting me. Let's see if I'm still live over here. It does not appear that I am live any longer. Oh, but I am. Maybe. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going because even though I lost that other screen, this one is still going. I can't see any comments. You are still there. Okay. So Dawn, okay, you guys are commenting that you could still hear me. So good. I don't know where that screen went that I post from, but I'm just not going to mess with anything, and I'm going to get started on my card before I lose the whole shebang. So that's the Unbounded Love. So what we're going to do is we're going to we've got an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, and I can't look down at my screen because it is delayed, and that'll really bug me. So let me pull this back up. 8.5 by 5.5. So fold it in half or score it. I'm going to do my untypical. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 you know me, normally I just fold it in half. And then we're going to score it at 2 1/8. 4 1/2 and 2 1/8. I'll try and repeat them and stuff because you guys, this is pretty easy to do. I saw this on my group meeting last night and Lissa Zwolinek made it. And I made one little alteration from hers on my sizing. So we shall see. I liked, and I will show you, I altered it to make these two pieces a little bit bigger, so that I could put this strip here. She put it out here on this side. She scored it a 1/2 inch and then folded it in over this. And I wanted like a sample that she got her idea from. It went like every other, and I liked that. Hers went like these two pieces were here, and then these two were this green. So that's the only change that I made up from what she showed, just for myself, because I like the look of that a little bit better. So then we need a 1/2 sheet of designer series paper, or go ahead and cut it at 5 1/4. If you want to save some paper, cut it at 5 1/4. But I did cut off a little smidge for the inside from the strip that I had. So just beware there. Then it's by 12 inches. And for my measurements, we're going to cut that 1/2 inch off the end. So we're going to be 11 1/2 inches. And we're going to use that on this strip here. So keep that. So now we've got 5 1/4. Let me just make sure. 5 1/4 by 11 1/2. And then, oh, I was going to bring over my score, but I didn't. So if you have a scoreboard, that works perfect for this. But you can use your trimmer as well. So let's go with the trimmer. And we need to, okay, so what did you, the pattern that you want to show needs to be on the bottom. Is what I remember writing down. And then by chance, if you have a pattern that has to go in a specific direction, make it go like up and down, say right here, make the bottom go up against the trimmer or the scoreboard. So we want to score. I just have this feeling that I'm going backwards on this, but we can always probably fold them backwards. So score at 1 1/2. Don't push too hard, even though we have beautiful designer series paper. You don't want to rip through it. So 1 1/2. Then 4 1/2. Then 7 1/2. Then that will make all the scores that we need. Put that aside. And then now we're going to accordion it up. So we've got, this is what I want to show. So then this one's going to go backwards or to the right. And those should be 3 inches from my measuring. And then this little last guy here was 1 1/2. So we're making this. That, what's that? A kind of a Z fold, I guess. W, a V. Then go ahead and take your glue. And this first little flap here, we're going to put some glue on it on the back side, and we're going to just push that down to close it. We're going to glue that piece like that. Then that little 1/2 inch strip that I had you cut off, we're going to glue that here to the right hand side of that first panel. Okay. Like I said, she had it. You could put it here and glue it down, or if you remembered ahead of time, you could score it at a 1/2 inch on there so that you could fold it over. But again, I just think I liked it going kind of every other. So we're going to glue that on. And that is quite all right. If you find something that I make or another demonstrator makes or whatever, and you want to shake it up and make it your own, by all means. Whenever I offer you guys these things, they're just suggestions. This is just how I'm doing it. You can do it however you want to do it. So then we're going to take this 4-inch panel here and we're going to glue it to this panel, but we've left it at 4 and our card base is 4 1/4. So go ahead and line that up, you know, so that you got a border. So put your glue on, but make sure you leave your, like your little 1/4 inch border there. And then go ahead and like center this up, leaving all your, move it over, leaving your even border all the way around if you can, if your glue doesn't dry too fast. Slide it over just a little bit. Okay, so now that's glued down there. And I probably could have glued it on that way, couldn't I? Just moved it over like that. Could see it a little better. All right, so now we got that glued down. So it looks like this. Did my, hold on, I gotta look. It looks like oh, no. Okay, so then I have a piece that is a different pattern in the pack. And this, because this little thing, when I scored it at 2 1/8, so that's how big this panel is because we scored it in half. So I cut this down to just 2, and then I went 5 1/4. Hang on a second. Yes, my lovely family is talking, and gosh only knows what we're going to hear coming from up there. So sorry about that. So then I'm going to glue this piece on here. And then I'm just going to at least make sure that I'm in line with my other piece of paper. Looks like I probably got a little bit of wonky cut or something, that I got more down here, but we aren't going to look at that. So now, let me put the cover on my glue. This is your card now. So you got a white piece that's going to go in here. We'll do that at the end, but now you just need to like decorate up your pages. And this is you don't have to do anything to that back one because you're not going to really see it. So we just put that paper on there to give it a little catch to the eye if, you know, when they open it and you see it. You could have picked one of the lighter colors. I could have put that over. But now we just need to zhuzh it all up. And this is a very busy paper. So I just went with, I'm going pretty simple. I'm going to show you, this is how this piece cuts out. Let me show you which one that is. That is this circle here. Okay. So if you get this, you're going to get the frame, and then you get this piece that cuts out of the center. And that's what happens when you cut stuff for the first time, and then you say, oh, geez, I didn't realize that's how that worked, because that's what I did. So I'm going to end up trying to put them back together. So let me, oh, and so when it doesn't fit, turn it around. And then it should fit like a charm. Okay, so I put those back together, and I'm going to use May All Your Wishes Come True. Probably could have put happy birthday on the front of this. That probably would have been a better way to do it. Happy birthday. And then said, may all your wishes come true on the inside. In here. So I think I'm going to try that. Let's see if this will fit on here. Oh, you know, that's why I didn't. It was too big. That one was too big. So I did the may all your wishes come true. Knew there was a reason because I tried to do it that way. And I'm using the Berry Burst ink. That's one of the coordinating colors in this paper. And that's, of course, that dark color there. Let's see if I can line that up. Okay, may all your wishes come true. Let's clean that off. We don't need that again. Then I'm going to flip it over like this. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on it. And have them. I brought them. Here they are. And then I'm going to very carefully put the pointy piece in between the two dots. But I'm going to put it in between the two dots at one of the points in the scallop. And I'm going to put part of it on the frame and the other part on the center that I stamped on. So I'm holding it back together basically, and still allowing the, well, I better put a little guy on there just to be sure, just to hold it there. And then I'm just going to put that on the front. And let me show you what else I got out for this card. I had a leaf. Here's the leaf I'm going to use. I'm going to put this leaf on the front. Although that is probably shy shamrock. We're going to use it anyway, but I got it from here. So you guys are also going to find these in your catalog now. These are going to be at the front of the way the catalog's laid out. It starts out with like our kits and our paper pumpkin, because that is going to be for they're calling it a choreographed stamping. A person who wants to stamp or to create cards, make projects without any of like the fuss that goes with it. You're going to get a box, and in the box has everything that you need. We all would probably know about those. Then the next set of pages are these, and I believe it's called Mix and Match. So there is a stamp set that goes kind of like with these, and it's a very basic words. I think I used it last week, but then there are these. So you get all different sheets of these die cuts. I think there's 6 sheets, 8 sheets of all these different die cuts. Then there's another pack that is all different sheets of like labels and frame. kind of pieces. There's a pack that is all words, and I didn't open this to see what all the, because I decided not to use the words, but these are to help a middle of the road crafter who wants a little bit more. They want to think about it a little bit. Oh, here's some different words, different fonts, different sayings, different shapes. So these people that want these want to be able to create a card of their own. And then there's one more that has I want to say whimsical, but they're not really necessarily whimsical, but they got dogs and cats and different. I think there's a horse in one because this or a cowboy hat or something, because that's why this word here says howdy. But you can mix and match. That's why it's called that, and put your own card ideas together. So tonight I used this flower here from our mix and match set. And I used the leaves. I think, like I said, I think that one is not, I'm going to pull out the same one that I used. They might be the same color, but I'll use it. I think that might be Shy Shamrock and not Summer Splash. But we're going to use it. So I grabbed out the leaf and I'm going to just put a little glue on that. And I'm sorry if you guys are commenting. Hello, everybody that has showed up. The way that I'm looking at it is just not going to cooperate with me being able to see comments. But I will look as soon as I'm done and definitely do my normal thanks for watching kind of comments. Thanks for sharing and talking and watching me in the background, because it all helps. All helps me grow and be seen. And even if you're not enjoying it, watching it in the background helps me grow. So we've got this going on, and I also thought I got the 2024 to 26, one of the gems, but I think it's just busy enough. I don't need any gems, and because I can't see you guys telling me to use gems or not, I'm just not going to use any. Because like I say, maybe on the inside I can pop one on, but I think the outside that's got enough going on. So then we're going to open to the inside here. And I took this rose and I took let me move this out of the way. My marker, my Stampin' Write marker in the Summer Splash. And I started to just outline all of the leaf area because I wanted it to be a little bit darker than this soft seafoam look or whatever it is. I wanted it to pop out better with my over here. And then in my box today came the blends. I did not order the blends. That made a nice splotch on the carpet. I did not order the blends in my pre-order, but I ordered them the other day when I got my catalog. So I'm going to get them out and just see if I like it on there. I thought it might blend in a little bit better than, probably need to use the dark. Let's see. I'm just going to use my other one. This one, because I know it worked. So I'm just going to color that in. The blend would just blend it better for me. You wouldn't see my brush strokes as much as what we're going to see them. because I'm going faster, hopefully we don't lose the contour of the leaf. So do these real quick. I was going to do them ahead of time, and then I wanted you to see how I was transforming the lighter leaf from those. Take a pick, or what did I tell you they were called? Not take a pick. Mix and match. I wanted to show you how I was able to blend or change this up from mix and match pieces, and they're really, really nice and will help aid in card making, help speed things up if you wanted to use them. Oops, I filled in my center too much, talking and not paying attention. Oh, then I have to do this up here. This. Then I did go back with the fine end of it and outlined it, hoping that it would give it one more layer of like dark for this poor guy. I totally messed up his points. But it would just give it another definition layer, as if I was using the dark and light blends, because, you know, I forgot that I got a box and I didn't have it open. And when I did open it, I said, oh my gosh, look, I got those. I could use those tonight. All right, almost done, guys. All right. So that will dry up a little bit better than what it's showing here. And then I used another one of the dyes. This one here with the dots around it. This one cuts out this. So I made one of these, and then I'm going to glue the flower onto it flat. Let's see, I hung these buds off. I wanted to, oh, not that way. I wanted to be able to sort of see the shapes of the die cut, but also I knew that I needed to keep it in this space right here. So I'm going to glue that flat into that space. And I think I'm going to go kind of higher with this. Just trying to offset them a little bit from, obviously that's not offset too much. It's about the same height, but you get what I'm talking about. So then I have the petunia pop paper that I just cut. It's 2 inches wide. I cut with one of my tag topper punches, and it is 3 and probably started at 3 3/4 inches long. And I'm going to put that down here. It is a little bit longer than this one, so we'll see. I got a scrap of the paper that I used on the inside, and I'm going to glue that down here to the bottom. And I think I'm going to raise it up just a smidge off the bottom, so that I got a little bit of the paper showing at the bottom. And then I'm just folding this around. I learned this trick from my quilt card lady, Julie. If you can fold the paper over a little bit, you don't get any of the, you don't see any of the cut lines. So like if I had to cut that off right at the width of the paper, you might see a white edge here. So that was a little tip that I picked up that I thought was kind of fun. Then I took my Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set and I did not put a dot on this one, so I'm pretty sure this one carried over. I believe the other one, maybe it was in the mini catalog, did not carry over. One of them didn't carry over. Or the one from Celebration. That had some good words in it. So I got the Let's Eat Cake, my Berry Burst. Whoa, gosh, I do that. That's loud. Sorry. And yeah, I think I'm going to put it crooked just to see if I could take up some extra space because I should have, this one might be a little bit long for the space. I got the Let's Eat Cake. I've got some of the ribbon, this Petunia Pop ribbon. Cut that off. I'm going to feed that through our hole. And this is a very fine ribbon, which I'm glad because I'm not a big fan of ribbon this wide. I just think that it sometimes makes the bows and stuff too chunky, but it is a very thin, like a summer linen-y feel almost. And I like that. It does not make the bows like too chunky. And then I have some of the twine trio. I think it's probably on the clearance or last chance. And I believe it goes with the balloon suite. It's the ribbon that goes, or like baker's twine stuff. Feels more like what's that stuff called? DMS floss for cross stitching. It's a thinner feeling twine floss string than like the baker's twine. It's thinner than that. So I just tied a bow with the yellow. I know there's no yellow in here. I'm pretending that part of this is kind of yellow looking. So we are going to put that on here, but now being that it's longer, I might, see, we just want to make sure that we keep it in this 3-inch space. I could probably cut off my ribbons a little bit if that was going to bother me that it sticks out. It does not at this point. So I'm not going to cut this down. I'm going to leave it just as is, but you might want yours a little bit shorter. I could tell you how, and you can pop these up too. I'm just, because it's already fairly thick, I don't want it to have to be a hand delivered card. So if we have too many dimensionals and stuff on it, that's why I was also trying to move them up and down. You could put this flat as well, because that I'm feeling my height there, but trying to move them at different spaces around so that it doesn't have a big bulk right in the same spot all over it. Let's see if I can get my ruler and tell you how long. Over here. Tell you how long about this guy was. Okay, so this one's about 3 inches. So before I cut it, it was probably about 3 1/8. Probably not quite 3 1/4, probably 3 1/8, because the punch doesn't cut that much off the top. Whoops. So then we've got that going on there, but you know what? I am going to, because that is so big, I'm going to get the little dots out and I'm going to put some dots on my tag just because it looks a little bare. Too much space on there. So I'm going to use these peachy ones. Let's see what they look like on there. Are they going to show up as peachy ones? Yeah. We're going to put a couple peachy ones on there. Like that. That'll help jazz that up a little bit, even though it's going to add bulk. But this is the Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Pretty in Pink, and then the Petunia Pop. Those are the new colors. And then for our back, I have a piece of white that I did. I swear I know I brought it over. Here it is. Here it is. Underneath everything. We're just going to pop that on there. And then you could make, I got this little strip. Can glue that on to be whatever. You know what? And I think maybe I might put that side up because, let me just see. I think I'll put this green side up. You could make some more of the embellishment dealios here. All these things and put it on this paper too. But again, trying to keep the thickness down so that if you want to mail it, you can certainly mail it. But it would be way cute to put the pop-up stuff on it. Even add a few more of these embellishments that you could put on flat. But I'm just going to pull out the happy birthday. And again, I'm going to use our berry burst. And I'm just putting on happy birthday. We'll glue that to the inside. Did anybody order off the last chance sale? How did you guys get what you wanted or had it sold out? I got a couple things that I had forgotten to get over the course of the catalog, and everything I wanted was still in stock, and I ordered, when did I order? 9 o'clock maybe yesterday. So I got lucky. And there we go, guys. That is our card for tonight. Thank you, Lisses Wolenek, for showing us this in our meeting last night. You could even probably put a word, and I think I started to. I think we could put a word on a white strip down here would be cute too. Something else to help this piece stick out. He kind of blends in a little too much. I don't think I could pop it off there to move it down. Let's see. I'm going to rip it off. See if I can rip it off and do not try this at home. highly recommended to not try this at home. I don't like it down that low, but I think I don't know. I think it's just gotta, I think maybe I gotta pop it up. I think I'm gonna have to add bulk and pop it up and let it have its own little bit of glory there. Maybe I'll go up even higher with it and give it its own statement. So we've got that mess there that I just created for myself. Have no fear. Well, I guess we should have some fear of ripping stuff apart when we've used super adhesive, but you know what? It's the only way we know is if we try it. And I think on this guy, I might have had my words lower. So that's what I should have popped off and tried that. So let's see if I'm going to move this up a little bit. To there. I'm not going to put it on all the way because I'm going to make another green one because I ripped that pretty good. So there we go. I'm going to stop now. There's our card, you guys. If you have any questions on it and you want to make it and I wasn't clear enough, or you need better clarification, whatever, go ahead and pop the questions in the comments, or just message me, call me, email me, whatever. And if you do end up making one, go ahead and post it down in our comments on the video so that we can all see what you're up to, what you're making. So with that, I am going to sign off, say goodnight, and I will be back again. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. And let's see, I'm not sure when I'll be back again. At least next Wednesday. I'll be back at least next Wednesday. Could be coming from the peanut butter cupboard. We don't know yet. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Oh boy, I lost that. All right, it's going to take me a minute to sign off because I've totally lost the spot that I stopped the feed from. I'm just going to end it off Zoom and